It goes back to my experience in Hungary. When we marched to be taken to a train to an unknown destination where we rounded up with our yellow star, this German soldier came up to my mother and whispered something to her. And she asked me to fix up her shoelace. As I bent down, she grabbed me and we rolled down the side of the road. The rest of the people walked by. Luckily, no one noticed this. This soldier, if he would have been discovered, because he told her to do it, he would have been probably shot. He disobeyed orders, being a human being. I never knew who he was or an opportunity to thank him, but he probably saved our lives. When I go to Germany, I feel much more at home than in Austria, because the people there at least acknowledge that they done something which was wrong. When I go to Austria, a lot of people still don't admit their wrongdoings. And to me, that is basically something which is unforgivable. Because what has happened during those days, that's why I'm so shattered in what's going on around the world today, that we haven't learned from history. My name is Ernie Friedland, actually it's Ernest. Actually I was born with the name of Ernie, which is Hungarian, because my father was Hungarian. When my father perished during the Holocaust, and when I came to Australia, it became Ernest. And most people just call me Ernie. When I came to Australia, having to find a job, I was 15 years of age. I started to work in a knitting factory with machines. I wasn't very happy doing it because it was very boring work, routine work, and I like people. I like to meet people, learn from people, and see diversity in human beings. So eventually, from the firms that I was working for, they gave me an opportunity to go out and sell their products, which was a starting point for me to go out from the confines of a factory into the open spaces of the marketplace. So I traveled a little bit, and one of the manufacturers that I represented offered me a partnership. My mother, who was very, very shattered by having lost all her family, could not settle. She was really very bitter, and this gave me an example of what I should not be. So I tried to see things with a more open mind and tried to be the opposite. I felt for her in her misery, but at the same token, I felt I had to move on, to try to leave the baggage behind. So in that way, I had to find myself, I had to overcome the obstacles and come to terms with my weaknesses and try to improve on them. So when I had time and I stopped working in the field that I did, which was in the retail business, I wanted to give something back. Give something back in memory of that man. And also to thank Australia for giving me a home. That's what prompted me to try to take some action. And when I mentioned it to my wife, she thought it was a dream. What can you do as an individual? And eventually I expanded on this idea, and we came upon this Harmony project. It appealed to me because it was not confrontation, yet it expressed what we're basically aiming to have, a harmonious society. To a very large extent, the memory of that incident in Hungary drove me. My children are certainly more Australian than ever, and my grandchildren certainly. So both my wife and I consider ourselves very Austrian. We feel we belong here. My biggest achievement is recreating my life out of the shattering experience I had as a child. So refocusing and sorting myself out was probably much greater value to me than the whole of Australia.